What's going on, everybody? It's Glenn for the latest news, and I know I'm 2 days late for the Raw review, but I mean, it wasn't really much to remember about the show. It was alright show. It could have been much better. Yeah, we got CM Punk, made his return again. Him and Drew had a promo. It was a great promo, but like I said, Raw wasn't it. Shinsuke and Cody had a match. And Cody came out on top, and all we're trying to figure out what's next for Shinsuke now, because it's like he been doing all these promos backstage, and nothing much been happening for Shinsuke. Like, what's next for Shinsuke now? He just been taking a whole bunch of L's. It's just I don't see how it's helping him, and I also don't see how it's helping Cody Rhodes. To finish the story, but yeah, next week then Jinder miraculously get a title shot. We all know he ain't gonna come out on top, but this I guess gotta wait around and see how that turns out. I mean, like I said, Jinder's not winning that match against Seth freaking Rollins, because we already know he's setting up for his match with CM Punk for the title, at WrestleMania. So there's no way that Jinder's winning that belt next week, and we know it. So it's like, why have the match? I get it. I don't know where they going with that. I mean, we all know Jenner's not gonna win that match. Now, if he miraculously happen to win that match, I mean, of course, Seth is entitled to a rematch, and he could possibly win the rematch. But Jenner's not winning that belt. He's not winning that belt from Seth Rollins. So I'm just trying to figure out why they, where they going with this, by giving this the hand in Jinder Mahal. And shout out to Jinder Mahal, man. Jinder Mahal, I like Jinder Mahal. I mean, I'm one of the few that like Jinder Mahal and what he brought to the table as a heel, as the former champion. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys that but it's just like it doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, he had a run in with The Rock last week, but he get a title match opportunity for that. Like, I'm just so like confused on where they going with this, and where they going with the whole CM Punk and Drew McIntyre thing. Is that like a future match in the making as well? You know what I mean? They got all this stuff going on. Which I don't know, but shout out to R-Truth, man. R-Truth is a funny guy, man. He's the Judgment Day and R-Truth thing is just so funny, man. And the thing he did Monday was the best. It was the best highlight of the night, if you ask me. And you know what I mean? That's says a whole lot about how the show went. Like I said, it took me about 2 days to really analyze like what nothing majorly happened this week. It was a definitely a B-, B+ show. It wasn't that of a major. Not like last week. Last week had some great matches. The Rock return, and it was just last week's show was way better. I even said that, but I'm like, this week come along, I'm like, up here they go slowing the tempo down. I guess, they getting more prepared for the Rumble, so maybe they, tone things down a bit. But you can't. In my opinion, you just can't go from last week, to like a week like this. It's just got to keep it going. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if it's just me, am I bugging? You have one good week. You may have a great week of Raw, and then a great week. It's that one good week. And the next week is just not much of nothing. It's just stuff thrown together. I feel like, and that's where fans dislike the product, because y'all giving us things that's just not making sense at times, or like the whole Drew and CM Punk thing. Where they going with that whole thing? I would like to know, because I didn't think CM Punk would appear out on Drew McIntyre. I mean, that was unexpected, but I'm just wondering where they trying to go with this whole thing with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I mean, the promos was like, it was all right, but it could have been better. Like I said, it just where they going with on this. We got like 2 weeks. I think like a week and a half, 2 weeks for the Rumble. So I don't know what they building towards, or where they getting at. But like I said, Raw this week wasn't really much that highlight. Like in my opinion, like I said, the highlight of the night was the R-Truth, um, the R-Truth Judgment Day promo. Like that was like hilarious. Like R-Truth is a yo, shout out to R-Truth, man. A lot of people feel like, I know I said this before and I say it again. A lot of people feel like R-Truth definitely deserves some type of push before he, leaves the business, or before he decides to play. Because let's face it, R-Truth, he looks great for his age. He, still moves good. He's 52 years old. It's only so much they could give him. But in other news, Dolph Ziggler and Matt Riddle signed with what is it, MCW? They supposed to be having debut matches in February. I know Riddle already had a match at Fatu. He won that match. And Ziggler had a run in with one of the Ring of Honor guys. I don't really know his name. I'm sorry, I don't really watch Ring of Honor like that. Maybe one week I'll look into, but it's a lot of wrestling to catch up with. Hell, I'll be having trouble catching up with AEW, and even with that, at the moment, it's not really much, to really talk about besides Christian Cage and Adam and all of, and Adam Cole and the MJF thing, and Sting retiring match, which will be in March, I believe. That's the last time Sting on wrestling. But shout out to Dolph Ziggler and Matt Riddle for their spots. They definitely deserve it. This is hardworking men, very talented men on the mic and in the ring. Can't take that away from them. So shout out to those guys, you know. But hopefully, they get the recognition they finally deserve. I mean, in Matt Riddle case, it's a little different, but in Ziggler case, he gave so much to the business. So I don't. He definitely got something to prove, And Matt Riddle too, they could definitely find their way back, once they proven what needs to be done in MCW. I mean, like I said, Matt Riddle he already won his match against the Fall 2. I think he's definitely really to Roman in them, but I don't know if that's like their cousin. I think it's their cousin, but he beat him in a 1-on-1 match. It was, from what I seen, it was a hard fought match. I didn't watch the match, but you guys saw it, let me know how was it or whatever. But from the looks of it, like they had a hard fought match, from the looks of it. But you guys let me know what y'all thought about Monday like Raw. I ain't gonna lie, I give this show a 5, or maybe a high 6 for or 7 for the R-Truth thing, because it wasn't a good show. I'm not gonna lie. Some of you might have liked the show or may think differently, but in my opinion, it's just they could have did better. From when it went from last week to this week, it's like wow, like come on, y'all could have did better than this. But for you guys that seen the show, you could rate, comment on what y'all thought about it. Like I said, I think it was no higher than a 5, 6 at best. Of the rating. In my opinion, it was just not such a good show. It could have been much better compared to what they had last week. I had The Rock show up and all this other stuff. So you guys let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe.